What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Leather to the Face. Today, I'm excited to call the Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk 2 fight out in Saudi Arabia. That is why as I'm coming on so early, obviously, because the time difference between Saudi Arabia and the United States of America is a huge difference. So the fight is within the next 20 to 25 minutes. They're doing all the pregame talking right now, all the warm-ups, uh, showing all the hype leading up to the fight and things of that nature. So as we get ready to go, hopefully some of my Big Blue crew members will be hopping on here to support and watch the fight and call the fight with us. But also have another fight streaming tonight at about 10 p.m. Um, Navarrete versus Baez, another great fight, and Adrian Broner and Campos. So uh, Adrian Broner is the co-main event. Navarrete is the main event, which is crazy because Adrian Broner was the bigger name once. Now he's the co-main event rather than the main event. But that's what happens when you get in trouble outside of the ring and don't take training serious and you have a bigger mouth and a bigger punch. So, with that being said, getting ready to call this fight here. People still walking and getting all their bearings together on as far as how the fight is going to go. But I can't wait. I'm excited. It was a close fight the first time when he beat Joshua for the belts. Um, I believe he only threw 25 more punches than Anthony Joshua, and they both threw the same exact amount of jabs. So, very close fight. I'm excited to see how this one turns out. As we all know, Joshua's got about a 3-inch height advantage, longer reach. So hopefully he fights smart, uses his reach to his advantage and his height, and circles around the ring and pops this guy. Uh, but who knows? That remains to be seen. We'll see how that plays out. What's good, Jay? You ready for some leather to the face early in the morning? Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk, the rematch. Joshua trying to get his belts back again, which would make him a 3-time world heavyweight champion. The link is in the chat, guys. Anybody that wants to come on, feel free. Got to show your face first before I let you on the show. Ain't with no free willy picks and none of that crazy shit. So, with that being said, let's get ready to see somebody get knocked the fuck out. You feel me? I know it's early in the morning. I know a lot of people don't want to see no hair busting right now, but I particularly don't care what time of day it is. Never too early to see somebody get their ass whipped, in my opinion. I'm just saying. Good old ass whooping is a good reminder. It builds character. Helps people stay focused on what's important and how they should conduct themselves. And people have gotten away from that. That's why kids are going crazy now. You're not allowed to spank your kids and all this shit. That's why you got school shooters and all this crazy shit. You didn't have that back in the day. A good ass whooping was a great deterrent. You know what I'm saying? You came home with a letter from school, said you was acting up. Guess what? You got your ass whooped. You thought twice about acting up in school the next time. I'm just saying, we need to get back to some of the old school shit that worked for thousands of years. There's a new generation trying to change all the rules that God made and shit. And that's why the world is in a chaotic state. But what do I know? Anyway, let's get back to it. Here they go, flexing their little muscles and shit, thinking they hard. Trigger Tai Chi kills all that shit. Trigger Tai Chi, Trigger Tai Chi, Trigger Tai Chi. I'm just playing. I love boxing. So let me know in the comment section who you guys think is going to win this fight beforehand. Don't wait till they start throwing punches and who you think you see has an advantage and then try to make a prediction. Nah, hell nah, Jay. He ain't ducked nobody, bro. He been trying to get the Fury fight and Fury retired. In fact, he has fought all the good heavyweights in his division, even when he didn't have to. He could have took easier fights. That's one thing I got to give him. He hasn't ducked any of them guys, Jay. Any of them. He fought Alexander Usyk. He fought uh, what's the other guy's name? Ruiz. He fought Klitschko. I mean, he said, "Oh, okay. I just heard some shit." Hell yeah, heard Anthony Joshua be ducking the tough fights like Wilder and Fury. Um, they was trying to make the Wilder fight. They were trying to make the Fury fight. Um, Wilder didn't want to fight nobody but Tyson Fury because that was his loss. He wanted to get his face back. So Wilder was like, I ain't studying nothing unless we talking about fighting Fury again. And Fury was saying he's beating everybody. He's gonna retire and this and that. So in actuality, I think Tyson Fury didn't want no parts of Anthony Joshua. So you know, Tyson Fury is a very tall dude, very long arm reach. Uh, he's very slow. Um, I believe if Anthony Joshua comes in there with the right game plan, he can beat him. I really believe he can. Let me see. May 22nd. Thought I sent him a link today. Hmm.
Don't forget, you can catch the DAZN boxing show with myself, Tony Benny, and Anchor Barat, and another new show providing daily content hosted by yours truly. The DAZN Soccer Show, the first ever global show covering all aspects of the beautiful game.
I guess I'm calling it by myself. It's all right. Nobody want to hop on here with the kid. Hey, listen, I've been dolo my whole life. I've been knocking plenty of motherfuckers out dolo my whole life. I knocked this video out too. It's not a problem. You feel me? I twist up my breakfast here in a minute. Yeah, that's my favorite weight class, man. Not particularly 155. I like the guys that fight between 135 all the way to like 165. Those fights, 168 super middleweight. Uh, those guys tend to throw more punches and be a little more active. The heavyweight knockouts are always more impressive, the actual knockouts, but their fights are not so entertaining sometimes. But this one here proved to be a good fight the first time go around, and I'm expecting an even more exciting fight this time. So Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Earl Spence. Yeah, them guys are good fighters, man. I can't wait to see them all fight each other. Tired of them finding reasons to not fight each other, to be honest with you. Um, that's what's up, man. Shout out to all the dads out there, the real fathers. You know what I'm saying? Good shit, Jay. Real shit. But yeah, man. I just love boxing. Period. The sweet science, man. One of my favorite boxers of all time was Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker. God bless the dead, man. Um, that dude was damn near impossible to hit. You can stand right in front of you and evade and dodge and dip everything you threw, man. That guy was phenomenal. So again, God bless the dead. And oh, we getting ready to go. Okay, they're about to start bringing out fighters now. So as we get prepared to see some leather to the face, you know that 1-2, 1-2. See somebody get their head cracked real quick. See their snot box get bust up. It's always exciting. It's usually on a Saturday night. We're doing it Saturday morning right now, live from Saudi Arabia, which is why, again, the time difference. But should prove to be a very exciting fight. And for those of you who missed it last night, Juan Carlos Camacho Jr. versus Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz lost. Uh, Shout out to Miguel Cotto for Pro Box TV. He brought a major boxing event to Puerto Rico at the Roberto Clemente Coliseum. Um, so shout out to him for making business moves and bringing money back to the homeland, to the island of Puerto Rico. Enough respect to Miguel Cotto, man. One of his cousins actually be on my stream, Angel Cotto. Good dude, man. One of my day one supporters since my first boxing podcast. So shout out to that family, man. Yeah, they fight everyone else besides each other. LOL. Tank, Haney, Stevenson. Yeah, I can't wait to see them guys fight each other, man. I really can't. I think Devin Haney and Tank Davis will be a great fight. I think that will sell out pay-per-views more than anybody. But I think Mayweather's kind of hindering that from happening, in my opinion. I have no proof of it, but I believe Mayweather is the major holdup in that fight. So, without further ado, thought my boy Pat was coming on here. What's going on, Pat? I just saw him on Twitter. Give Pat a call real quick. Rick, what's going on, my brother? Welcome to another episode of Leather to the Face. Yo, we live right now. The Usyk and Joshua fight is in Saudi Arabia. Starts in 5 minutes. Yeah, I actually called you on the live. Everybody just saw me call you. All right, bro. Shabbat shalom, my brother. What the hell's going on with this right here? But man, they told me 10 o'clock. This shit starts at 1 o'clock. Guys, I apologize. We will be back at 1 o'clock. That's some bullshit. It said 10 o'clock. I apologize for the disturbance in the force, guys. Tank has more power, but I think Haney is the more skilled boxer. Really? I think Devin Haney might be a little more skilled, but Tank ain't no slouch. I think Tank can get him. I really do. Yeah, that's some bullshit, bro. They put the wrong time on there, man. Now I got 8 people in the chat. See, this is bullshit. And I done called Pat. Let me call him and tell him never mind. But yeah, man, we'll be back at 1 o'clock to do the fight. So yeah, they bullshitted, bro. The fight's at 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna come back at 1 o'clock. Yeah. It's in Saudi Arabia, that's why. All right. Well, guys, sorry for the miscommunication. Hope you guys will join me at 1 o'clock so we can stream the Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk fight part 2, the rematch, as Anthony Joshua attempts to get his belts back. With that being said, until 1 o'clock, guys.
Ain't no chatting, no liking, just action. All my in front like they hatching. You already know. Popping. Ain't no stopping me, man, steady rocking. Watch them hate on me now, cause I'm locked in. Watch the hate on me now, cause I'm popping. I ain't stopping.
And the New York Giants are the Super Bowl champs.
So I just ended the live.